His name is, I forgot his name. I'm a little drunk.
Take our black asses out of here. Won't you take our black asses out of here?
No, his name, I'm a little drunk. His name is, what the fuck this guy's name? Bloomberg. Motherfucking Bloomberg. Mayor, why do I want to say Pete Bloomberg? I'm drunk as fuck. Mayor Bloomberg. I can't remember his first name. Jesus Christ. It's not John Bloomberg. Mike Bloomberg. Mayor Mike Bloomberg. All right, 2019 is coming to an end. And I just wanted to do a quick update on the Democratic primary. Not much has really changed. Things have been pretty solid, at least for the past year or so. Bernie and Biden have pretty much been leading the whole thing. More or less, you had Warren jump up, and then she kind of like went down to third place. You had Buttigieg jump up, and he kind of went down to below where Warren's at, roughly speaking. Buttigieg is kind of set up to do well, or at least place in some relevant position in Iowa. Probably not in New Hampshire, which comes after Iowa. What I really want to talk about is motherfucking the old mayor from New York. Mayor Mike Bloomberg jumped into the race. He's worth about $56 billion. And the first week that he announced that he was running, he spent like $50 million on ads in Iowa. Not Iowa, but in some of the other states. So Mayor Bloomberg's plan, he's coming into the race really late. And his plan is really just to skip the first at least 3 primary states, which I think is disrespectful to those voters. How dare you think you want to become president and you're just going to skip a couple of states because you came in late type shit. Some bullshit. But anyway, he came in late, and he has all of this money that he's just kind of funneling into ads. So he's purchasing a lot of ads, and it's working. He's placing at like 6 and 7%, like nationally speaking. And this goes to show you the nature of one of the issues, the main issue that we have in politics today, the main issue that plagues us, money in politics. This guy has no support. Nobody really knows who this motherfucker is, nationally speaking. He has a somewhat of a profile, but he's not that guy at all. But because he has so much money, he can just purchase ads and people learn his name and he gets his name out there. And that puts you at a disadvantage if you're like a candidate who maybe doesn't have as much money. And it speaks to the nature of the inequality in our system. And that inequality comes from rich people that just want to buy fucking elections, as Bernie said. You know, that guy wants to come in here and just spend billions of dollars to get his name out there. Come on. It's nonsense. It's utter nonsense. And that is the nature of the issue that corrupts our politics. We have a guy like Mayor Pete Buttigieg. In the recent debate, he was talking about how he was getting at Elizabeth Warren. He was like, yo, you say you're mad at me because I'm in a wine cave and I'm raising money from all of these rich people. But you're a wealthy person yourself, right? Right, Elizabeth Warren? That's what Mayor Pete Buttigieg says as his defense. Like, you're wealthy too. Not only that, but you've taken money from big money interest in the past, is what he tells her. And that's a good point, right? Because what Elizabeth Warren did, she did some funny shit. When she ran for Senate, because she's a senator from Massachusetts, when she ran for Senate, she actually raised money from big money. She did. And what she did, she decided when she was running for president, I'm not going to raise money from, big money interest. But she did an accounting trick where she takes some of that money that she, some excess money from what she raised in her Senate race, and she transfers it right over to her presidential campaign. So in essence, you are raising money from big moneyed interest within your presidential campaign. So Pete Buttigieg made a good point there. However, and this is really why one of the main reasons I support Bernie, because Pete Buttigieg ain't really talking to Bernie on that level, because Bernie ain't raising no big dollar money from nowhere. So get the fuck out of here with that shit. It always comes back to money in politics, and you'll find me talking about that a lot on this channel because it literally is one of the main issues that affects our politics today. People literally could just buy elections, just fucking buy an election. Like, hey, vote for me, motherfucker, just because you see my name and I'm saying all the good things I did, and you're lying in your ad. In essence, you're not really telling the truth about your complete record. And another thing too, another thing that annoys me about Mayor Mike I'm about to call him Mayor Mike Buttigieg, Mayor Mike Bloomberg, is that he had the whole issue with stop and frisk in New York. When he was the mayor of New York, he really cracked down on a lot of black people that just were hanging out in their neighborhoods, and they're like, hey, stop and frisk your ass, right? He did that. And then before he runs for president, or as he's saying that he's going to run for president, he comes out and says, oh, I was wrong for that. Do you think, were you wrong for that? Or is it just now that you're running in a Democratic primary where you're battling to get votes from liberal voters who don't like stop and frisk? So you're saying that you were wrong now. When up until as recent as last year, 2 years ago, he's still defending it, saying that stop and frisk was the right thing, when in essence it stopped 90% people of color, and a high percentage of those people that were stopped had nothing on them. So you're just fucking with people because they're black and they live in poor communities, or because they're colored and they live in poor communities in New York. Fuck out of here, Mike Bloomberg. Eat a fat dick. I hope you don't win this freaking... And this is what he's gonna do, just to let you guys know. Michael Bloomberg knows he has no chance of winning this. He came in late. He has a lot of money. That's the only thing he has going for him, pretty much. He knows he's not going to win. What he's probably going to do is at the end, when he doesn't win, he's just going to say, I'm going to announce a third-party candidacy. And his whole existence within this primary process is literally just to keep people from Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren from winning, because these are the people that are going to tax the shit out of people like Mike Bloomberg, bitch ass, and on all his fame. And I heard this guy, what's this guy name? Jeff Bezos is the guy that called up Bloomberg and said, hey, run, bruh. We all billionaires. We in this gang together. We can't have these, we can't pay fair taxes. Fuck out of here. You better run so that Bernie Sanders doesn't win. And that's all the play is. They don't want these progressives to win because these motherfuckers are going to pay more in taxes. Don't get fooled by their fuckery. Don't get fooled by their fuckery. They're all full of shit. They're all liars. And what they want to do is make it so that Bernie has less of a chance of winning. And even if he gets the vote, let's say Bernie wins the primary, or Elizabeth Warren maybe wins the primary. Low chances of that happening, but, at this point. But let's say it happens. He's going to run third party to try to siphon votes away from these candidates so that they don't win. And what'll that do? Make it so Trump could win. So in other words, these people are so against Bernie and so against progressive ideals that they're willing to fuck with fascism and the likes of Donald Trump. They prefer that. I guarantee you, a lot of these elite Democrats, or these people that make a lot of money, and they engage in politics, so they're like political insiders. They prefer Donald Trump. They'll tell you, Donald Trump is a fascist, he's evil, and he's this and that. I guarantee you the majority of them would prefer a Donald Trump presidency to a Bernie Sanders presidency, because Bernie Sanders is for systemic change. And these motherfuckers don't want it because they made their billions in this fucked up system, and they want to keep it the way it is because they got their billions from it. So, and that's the truth. Michael Bloomberg, fuck out of here, is another guy that I'm saying, fuck you two, along with motherfucking Buttigieg, fuck a Buttigieg. Motherfucker Joe Biden. Motherfucker Joe Biden. Fuck a Joe Biden. Ain't no hiding from Joe Biden. Fuck him. And that's my piece today. 2020, let's go. I hope Bernie wins this. Yo, I got an email from Bernie talking about because I'm a monthly contributor to his campaign, and I spent $91.80 in like the last 12 months or something like that over some Bernie. And I'm excited about it, but I don't got a lot of money. So, okay, I'm done. But no, I support Bernie, obviously, and I'm proud that my money went towards a grassroots campaign that's going to do things for me and people like me. Like, it's a sacrifice, but it is what it is. If you guys aren't monthly contributors, or if you never contributed to Bernie Sanders' campaign, if you believe in what he's doing, contribute. Help. Granted, I saw some reports today that he broke fundraising records. He's on the path to get 5 million contributors or 5 million different entities, different people contributing to his campaign. 5 million, it's a record. So let's get this people power going. Let's support Bernie. Let's get him out there. Let's make sure that he's the presidential nominee. If the Democratic Party wants to fuck around and play games and like try to deny him it, we'll fight at that juncture when that time comes. But right now, he has an opportunity to change this world, this country and this world for the better. And we're gonna rock out. Medicare for all, number one. Let's go, Bernie. 2020. We getting into 2020. There we go.
Take our black asses out of here. Won't you take our black asses out of here? Won't you come save us, catch up and kill all these crackers? Come save us, catch up and kill all these crackers. Come save us, catch up.